Some controversial cruising.
Well, hello and welcome in, everybody. Let me move us over. Welcome in to Cruise Talk Live this Wednesday. Thank you for joining us, Bill. How you doing? You look like you're on location, apparently.
I'm on location, not quite Alaska, even though the weather might feel like it's Alaska. But it's 70. It's probably warmer in Alaska. But I'm doing good. I'm on Navigator of the Seas out here right now. We're in Catalina Islands. We're still in the U.S.
I love it. I love it. And I know you don't have this with you, but for all of you who are tuning in for the very, very first time, or you have forgotten, just to let you know, this is an award-winning show. Meet and I put on a wonderful award ceremony every single year. So remember us this year when you go and vote, because last year we did win the best collab series of the year. So you are listening to Cruise Talk Live, and Bill, today's topic kind of came to me from the community, as I always go into the community for different cruise topics and different things that are happening. But I have heard that a lot of our friends and even some family members are actually traveling to Alaska this year by cruise ship. So I know you have went a few times. I have went a few times. So I figured I really, and I don't know if this is possible because you're already on a cruise, but I would like to go on a 7-day Alaska virtual cruise with you and everybody in the chat here. But I would like to take everybody on this 7-day voyage, if you will, in just an hour. How does that sound?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So before we do that, let's see who's come on and to Cruise Talk Live, and then we can get down to the show. I did start a few minutes early. I had one of our longer intros, and I do want to be out of here on time today because we are redirecting to somebody new tonight because our friend Antoinette is not on tonight. So I will let you know in just a second. MLY Bird has come on in. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. I did forget, actually, yesterday first was Miss Josie Ann, and she decided to become a member yesterday at
Sweet.
5:36 in the morning. So thank you very much, Josie Ann. You are the best. We definitely got something for you, Josie Ann. So thank you very much. You are so awesome. Whoa, where is it? There it is. Thank you very much, Miss Josie Ann, traveling with Josie Ann. I appreciate you. Rambling with the Rum, Scott is here, one of our friends that is going to Alaska and sailing to Alaska. So with you in mind for sure. Mini Channel is here. Hello, Mini Channel. Welcome in. Ryan is here and says, "What's up? What's up, Rye guy? Welcome in." Says Scott, if you wear the Duke from the Alaska Fur Gallery in Juneau, I will. We can do it for a fundraiser. Well, quite possibly. I like a furry fundraiser. Mr. Uncle Brady is here. Hello. He says he has got to see this one. Yes, you do. It's going to be like reliving the past. Mandy Smith is here. Hello, Mandy Smith. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. Z is here. Hello, Z. Hope you are feeling well. I know you shared some of the news that you are back in the hospital, but we are sending well wishes and positivity and love and hugs your way, my friend.
Z, I got your, you called. I missed it. I will try to call you after the live.
Will G is here. Hello, Will G. Welcome in, buddy. There is Miss Josie Ann. Thank you very much, Miss Josie Ann, for being a member over on your personal channel. I appreciate that. The Bud Files is here. Hello, Sue. Welcome in. Travel Cake Trips joins us. Hello, good evening, Bill and Scott. Good evening, everyone in the chat. That's right. Thank you very much. Roxanne is here. Hello, Adventures with Roxanne. I know I have the usernames back on my channel now, so it's a little weird. And then you go onto other people's channels, and it's still their
Right.
users. So I can't figure it out. I'm sorry. Carnival Cruise Addicts is here and says, Scott, Bill. Hello, Liz and Chris. Kenneth Bird also joins us. Hello, Kenneth Bird. Coker Culture is here. Hello, Mr. Zach. Welcome in. Lori says, I snuck out of Cruising Complete. They're running a little bit late. That is quite okay. You do not have to choose. You stay wherever you want. Michelle B is here. Hello, Michelle B, the ship wanderer. I know. My barber actually is in the hospital. I was supposed to actually, and this isn't
Oh
totally
no.
unrelated, but I was supposed to have a haircut on Saturday because I know I'm getting a little long here, and if up close you can see a few grays too as well. But he had called me. His brother actually called me and said he's got to cancel his appointments for a little over a week, but he'll let you know. So I don't really go to anybody else. I'm a loyal kind of guy. So he's been cutting my hair for as long as I lived in Arizona. Chris is here on his personal side. Hello, Chris. Welcome in. Ross is here and says, up, beaches. Welcome in, Ross. Always good to see you, buddy. Amelia G is here. Says, Bill and Scott. Hello, Amelia. Ready to rock now. Oh, yeah. Shay is here. Hello, Shay's Adventures. Welcome in. Hey, Bill and Scott. Scott and Bill. Bill and Scott. I said it backwards. Sig the Solo Cruiser. Hello, Sig. Happy Wednesday to you. Great to see you. I've heard of being furry. That's right, furry. Z says, Scott. Mr. Booze, my fellow cruise mate, says, Scott. Hello, Mr. Booze. Dre and Michelle are here, tripping with Dre and Michelle. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Mona is here. Hello, Mona. How are
Hey,
you?
Mona.
Oh, Massey. 7 Lemon Head. Hope you are doing well. Dre and Michelle say, Bill, I just left your neck of the woods, heading back to my side of the state. Ooh.
Nice. We both live in Michigan. He lives on the side where he kind of claims is it I want to say the Packers. It's not the Bears. I believe it's the Packers that he follows, but it could be the Bears. But I'm on the other side where it's only one team, Lions. Go Lions.
Kimberly Lavelle is here. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome in. Great to see you. Oh, I like this. Travel Escape with the Brums. Oh, look at that logo. I like that. Ooh, that is Scott. I know on his other channel, but that is great. I have not seen that. The Island Boys is here. The Island Boy Travels. Hello, God bless to you and God bless to everyone. Thank you very much. Chris is here from Carnival Cruise Addicts. So many peeps. Hit the like button. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay, Bill. I am all the way down to the bottom of the chat. Yeah, let you want to know what we're going to embark on our cruise, and if at the end I'm going to open the mail that we have. We'll do the fan mail. So. Right now, we are going to go on a 7-day inside passage cruise, Bill, through Alaska. I will throw this up. This was actually the very first time that I went to Alaska with my Uncle Brady. We did the 7-day Alaska cruise here. You see, we actually have Seattle. We will talk a little bit about Seattle. Our first port, I'm not going to talk about the sea days, but our first port was Juneau. Second port was Skagway. Third port was Tracy Arm Fjord. Fourth port was Ketchikan, and fifth port was Victoria. So we're going to kind of go on this trip together. We can mention a little bit about sea days, but we're not going to go over the top on sea days. I have taken 2 different lengths of Alaska cruises. I have taken a 7-day and an 11-day. Bill, I think you did what? A 7 and 8-day? A 7-day and a...
I did a 7-day, and then I did it was coming from Australia, so it was like
right.
4 ports. So it wasn't
That's right.
it wasn't like a particular Alaska cruise, but I stopped in Alaska on the way
In
back.
Alaska. That's right. Okay, so let's talk about particularly Seattle. Now, I know you can go out of San Francisco. That was actually the other home port that I went out of on my second one. But we're just going to talk about Seattle because I feel like an influx of cruisers that are cruising to Alaska are going out of Seattle.
Yeah, I've only
Now,
been out of Seattle myself.
oh, you've only been out of Seattle. Okay, perfect, perfect. So, what would be the highlight there? I unfortunately did not do too much, so I just have a small highlight, and I'm going to share the hotel that we stayed at. But Bill, what would be the number one thing that you would say in Seattle before you leave the ship? What would you recommend doing in Seattle?
Well, in Seattle, there's two things I do mostly, and every time I've been out there, that's what I did, and that was the Space Needle, which
Oh,
one,
we
and
missed.
also
We did that.
Pikes Peak, the marketplace on the
Oh, where they
riverfront,
throw the fish.
where they throw the fish. To me, that's like a must do. It's a must see, and you spend time down there, and you go to different shops and restaurants and things like that. So for me, when I go, that's what I do. I
Did you
haven't done. Have I done anything else? I know it's beautiful up there as far as like nature wise, but I have not gone to see anything else.
Now, did you see them throw the fish? Were you there during the hour? I don't know if how long
One time,
often
yeah,
they
they
do it.
did. It's like in the morning time. So one
Okay.
time, the next time it was too late, but I found a nice little Chinese restaurant right off the water or off the waterfront. So man, I had a good time.
I love
And
that.
Scott, just so you know, I can't see I might be able to see the chat. But I don't know if it takes me off camera. Whoops, hold on.
It's okay.
Can you see me now?
We can see you now.
Okay, so I'll look through the chat.
uh, okay. So the one thing that I would say in Seattle, unfortunately, I was absolutely pooped by the time I got to Seattle. I took a late flight. I still had to work and ended up getting to Seattle a little bit later. But the two things that I would say now, this is like a 2.9-star hotel. However, I would say for just sleeping there, I think it was completely fine. We stayed at the Red Roof Inn near the airport, and I thought it was completely fine. Uncle Brady and we had a great time. We really didn't honestly do too much. We got I think a 6-pack or a 12-pack. We ended up just hanging out in the room. We went to a bar that I decided to try to find on the internet, but I couldn't actually relocate it. It was pretty cool. You got to spin a wheel, and whatever the wheel said, you got the shot for a certain amount. It was a cool little experience. But obviously, you don't want to do too much partying because you do have to get up for a cruise the next day. So the one thing that I do want to share, and Uncle Brady was actually the one to make sure that I do share this, was the Seattle Express. I don't know, Bill, if you've ever taken the Seattle Express or used the Seattle Express when you were there, but I thought it was one of the easiest transfers and shuttles to use, whether you are getting picked up from a hotel, whether you are getting dropped off at the port, whether you're going from the port to the airport, whether you were getting picked up, because remember the airports, they're not too close, but whether you're getting picked up from the airport and going to the port, it takes care of it all. I do have a little short clip here that I popped up there. So that's what the website looks like. You book all on their website. They ask you when your cruise is going out, when it's not going out. You can see the round trip hotel to pier there. You can see the airport to pier. You can see the hotel to pier. You could see the airport to pier one way. Some of them are round trip. Excuse me. So that is definitely a good site. I usually have some promo codes to share for you. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't have any. Also, not a sponsor, but I thought the Seattle Express. I used it. I used it. I used it coming and going. Honestly, I used it. We used it picking us up, and we used it, I believe, going back too. Correct me if I'm wrong, Uncle Brady, but it was definitely seamless and very affordable. I think it was only $44 or $49 we paid. So that would be the one thing, Bill, you're muted. That would be the one thing that I would suggest if you were looking for a good transfer rather than having to rely on an Uber or even pay. You're going to pay just as much or even more for an Uber, even just one way to your hotel or the pier or even down to where they throw the fish. I believe that's actually why me and Uncle Brady didn't go. I think it was going to be like $38 one way for an Uber just to. But we weren't going to get to see them throw the fish, but to get to go downtown, I think we both looked at each other and were like, nah, Bud Light in the
Yeah,
room is
I
way
probably
better.
stayed about 10 minutes from downtown. So, but for me, I took an Uber from the airport down to my hotel. But as you said, it was expensive. It was like $65 or something. Uh, to me, that's real convenient. Your way, the Seattle Express sounds like a good way. When I go back out there again, I'll try it. But it was about
Definitely.
$65 plus tip.
Oh, I like it. Look at this. Ross shares Storybrooke coffee. Ross, I will
Oh.
definitely be taking notes of that. I started there. I love my coffees. Oh, Dre and Michelle share. Got to go to the Amazon Go store. I did not go to the Amazon Go store. Didn't even
No.
know there was an Amazon Go store there. Starring all these too. I'm sure I'll be back in Seattle. See the Grey's Anatomy house. Yeah, I had an ex-girlfriend that drove me through Grey's Anatomy for sure. A lot of people like the fish throwing at the market. I know we got there so late, and it was so late. We both looked at each other. It was like $40. What is it going to be coming back? Like, let's
Right.
I had only gone out of Seattle once, so I only had the Seattle experience once. And Dre and Michelle got an Airbnb. There you go. Oh yes, and the COVID gum wall. That's right. I forgot. We did not see that. We did not see that. But I have seen many interesting yet disgusting videos of that gum wall. Yes.
I've never heard of that.
Journeys with June and Brady is here. Hello, Journeys with June and Brady. Welcome in. Brady says if you show up after the cruise and didn't book on the site, $20 cash got you on the bus. Saw it firsthand. Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
$20 got you on the bus. It did. That's right. Also, yes, closed. Oh, that's right. That's why we didn't go. The fish market closed at 5, so it would have just been walking around.
Yeah, and
some stuff would have been open, but
they stopped throwing the fish. It's early. It's not like an all day thing. It's early.
it is not. Will G said we took the train downtown. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's awesome. Hello, Keisha. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday, Bill and Scott. Happy Wednesday to you. Bradazzle is also here. Hello, Bradazzle. Welcome in. Travel with the Brum says we are staying at the Hotel Max. It's a mile from the ship. Oh, super convenient. Oh, you guys are it's I love that. Love that. Seattle, Acres of Clams restaurant. Oh, there's a good seafood restaurant. Never heard of it, but
it's a tough drive. Going back to I think the Brums, it's a tough shuttle from the airport to the seaport. I mean, you go through town a lot. It's not like all highway like most ports. So you're driving through town, so you get to see a little bit of Seattle, but not much. The train, I did that one time. I think I did that flying someplace else. It wasn't a cruise. I was flying someplace and went through Seattle. But catching the train downtown, it was easy.
Denise is here. Hello, Denise. Welcome in. Welcome in. Mona says Breakfast Bitch was a good quick breakfast place. Oh, I love good quick breakfast place. Did we go to Denny's? We ended up at Denny's, didn't we, Uncle Brady? I forgot. I think we did.
When I stopped in Vegas on the way for this cruise, I was about to go to that place. It sounded like it would have been fun to get humiliated while you eat.
Breakfast. Orange Cone Vlog says baked char siu buns across the street from Pike Place. So there you go. So many of you have been to Seattle. I love that. We took the Link light rail from the airport to our Airbnb right up from Pike. Then Ubered to the port after our 2 days in Seattle and the Seattle Express. There you go. Back to the port. So we did it all. There you go. I love that. Seattle Express is like, let me tell you. Whoo. I should say, from the airport back to the port. Yes. Okay, cool. And then Ross also shares Edgewater Hotel, historic hotel for rock music history. Oh, that would actually be pretty cool to check out. That'd be awesome. Okay, cool. So we have gotten on the boat. We have gotten our 1 sea day out of the way since this is only a 7-day cruise and we're not doing that long 5-day to get to land where it drives people nuts. So, Bill, our first stop on this virtual cruise is going to be Juneau. Now, I know I know the 7-day cruises that you may have been on. Juneau might have been last. It might have been first. It might have been in the middle. This cruise is going to be first. Okay, so Bill, what can you share about the port of Juneau for someone going for the very first time? What wouldn't you miss, or what is something that stood out to you about Juneau, Alaska? Because I think every cruise that goes to Alaska goes to Juneau. I think.
Well, for me, Juneau was a place where I had my best experiences. The greatest excursion I ever had is, whatever excursion I've ever taken was in Juneau, and that was taking a helicopter ride to a glacier, landing on the glacier, and that was my favorite excursion. But also another great excursion was whale watching, and I saw just so many whales and up close. Too bad I wasn't vlogging at the time, but one of the best excursions I had. So yeah, I would recommend it. Now you don't have to do it all the time. I think the helicopter ride was maybe $600 a person. It was a lot, but it was a life, once in a lifetime type deal. So I don't think I would ever do it again. I would like to, if somebody wants to pay for it, but I enjoyed it.
I love that. I love that. So I have to admit, the 2 times that I was in Juneau, I did not do an excursion either time. I actually explored both times. We went bar hopping pretty much both of the times. We went kind of sort of farting around Juneau to get those duck fart shots and moose fart, crab fart, a bear fart, and the other fart, salmon fart, or whatever it was. I went twice. I was actually with my aunt and uncle. Well, my uncle once, and then my aunt and uncle and Richard. Richard both times. So I am going to share this little clip of something that I would suggest for all of my drinkers. I know a lot of what I share on these exploring journeys for myself are drinking based, but this one in particular is really cool. No,
No,
but
Scott drinking.
Okay. So I've talked about this place many times, okay? When Tracy's Crab Shack, I almost said Tracy Armfjord. Tracy's Crab Shack had hiked their crab legs up to like almost 3 times of what it is now. I don't know whether they heard me or whether they got down to reality, but they're within the same price of this place that I am going to mention. But I'm going to talk in specific about Alaskan Brewing Company and Alaskan Brewing Depot. And I'm going to share the experience that you can have and you can do for completely free if you do like this. They also have the same crab legs that Tracy Crab Shack has for, I think, $5 less now. I can't say it's like half price anymore because it's not true, but it's like $5 and it's the same crab. But let me show you this here. So, I'm going to share this. There's 2 parts. So this is the public brewing house that you would see pretty much when you get off the ship. It is right around the corner from I keep saying Tracy Armfield, from Tracy's Crab Shack. Excuse me. It is literally right around the corner. You walk, boop, up and around. You will see this big building, and it is Alaskan Brewing Company. Now they have the same crab legs. They have their own beer. Obviously, they are a brewing company, so they have their own brewery, which I will touch on in a moment. And the cool part about that is you can go there, you can have your own meals, you can get different beers from there. But you can also go right next door to the gift shop, which is called the Depot, Alaskan Brewing Depot, and you can sign up to take the little tiny shuttle, which is a van, to their actual brewery, which is only about 10 minutes into downtown. I'll show you a short little clip. Whoops, I scrolled the wrong way. Show you a little short little clip here. So that is us arriving. They had driven us from the public house there, Alaskan Brewing Company, to the actual brewery. And the reason why I zoomed in, because it's actually right next to the smallest Costco in the United States. If you guys did not know that, Juneau has the smallest Costco in the United States. And you got to go there, and the ride was free, but the beers were not. So you got to go in there and you got to taste some beers that was not available at the public brewing house or the brewing company that was obviously steps away from the cruise ship. And obviously there was also merch there, and they had also other part which was kind of like a distillery. So they had their own liquors that they kind of infused in drinks, and they also had hard seltzers, ciders ish type of drinks that you could also flight to as well. This is just one of the flights. I think we did 3 or 4, but this was one of them. That is one of my favorite beers all the way to the right. I've had it a few times on some lives, Match Game, Thirsty Thursday, that wildness there, excuse me, from Alaskan Brewing Company is definitely one of my favorites. So we took that little shuttle down there. I suggest if you want a really cool experience, it only takes, well, it takes however long you want it to take to sit there and hang out. But I think that was a knock out of the park experience to go in, have a little notches or whatever, because there is no food at the actual brewery. So have some crab legs, have some crab dip, have some nachos, whatever. Wait for the shuttle, get on the shuttle. Boom. You do have to sign up for the shuttle, though, at the gift shop. So you can't just sit there and wait for it. You do actually have to sign up. They have certain times. I think it's every hour or every other hour or something like that. They come back and forth. So let me see what you guys have said about Alaska, about Juneau, because I know some of you have been to Juneau too. And if any of you have went to this brewery, Alaskan Brewing Company, and actually went to the brewery that I'm talking about, please definitely chime in. And if you are Tracy's crab lover, the only reason why I was against Tracy's was because they were gouging their crab legs because they were getting paid. They're still getting paid from the cruise companies to promote them. In case you didn't know that, I'm sorry I ruined that for you. I did, but they do. So that's why they were gouging their crab legs. Wow, you guys are chatty about that. I'm so sorry. The Red Dog Saloon. Yes, the Red Dog Saloon. I shared that in another live. I'm sorry, Uncle Brady. I am not going to expose you this time in your duck fart shot, but you were definitely living the glory, taking your first duck fart shot. You and I took our first duck fart shot together, and I won't ever forget that till I die. So
that is one of those things. One of those things that if you go to Juneau, almost everybody goes to the Red Dog Saloon eventually. You know, that's where I had my first duck fart.
I mean, all of the bars down there know how to make duck farts.
Yes.
But the history so says that that's where it started there at the Red Dog Saloon. So that's why everybody knows. Hello, Cruising Chris Moss. Welcome in. Howdy. Just got off work. Well, welcome on in. We're taking a virtual cruise, 7-day cruise through the Inside Passage of Alaska. We're in Juneau right now, just to let you know. Uncle Brady said Alaskan Brewing Company brisket. Oh, that's right. It was the brisket mac and cheese that we got. Oh, my Lord. That was that. Uncle Brady, you just had me like, I almost dripped from the mouth. Like, honestly, that brisket mac and cheese, forget the crab legs, guys. Go get that brisket mac and cheese. I think it's only like $19. Oh, then get on that little shuttle. Forget about it. Forget about it. Bar and Costco hopping. That's what I did. Yes, there is a vlog on my page if you do want to see that. Yes, we actually did go there. I had a mocha and it was so smooth. Yes. Hello, Ohio Travels with Chris. Welcome in. The Alaskan brewing food was the best. Yes, that mac and cheese was Oh my God, I can't believe you just guys reminded me that. Hello, Travel Vibes with Angel. Welcome in. Good evening, Bill and Scott. We are just on a 7-day cruise through the Inside Passage of Alaska. Just take the ferry across Elliott's Bay in Seattle. Oh, okay. There you go. There you go. There's our friends. Hello, D&G Explorers. Welcome in. This is where we will be going afterwards. On my side, it is going to auto redirect, and I think I did my job. And the comment is pinned up at the top. And D&G Explorers, they're also going to be our match game guest stars this week. So we have so much going on. I'm so excited. Bill, I was so excited for today's episode. I was so excited for this week on YouTube. Dang it. I'm sorry to say that like 32 minutes into the live, but damn it, I'm so excited. Captain Billy J is here. Hello, Captain Billy J. Welcome in. We are in Juneau, my friend. Not sure if you've ever been to Juneau, but Juneau. It's Michelle says, take the blue bus to Mendenhall State Park for about $25. The city bus is about $3, but you have to walk about a mile before entering the park. Yes. And it's
Okay.
Michelle. I know they didn't completely shut down the buses going to Mendenhall, but they are definitely more sparse than in past years because of I forget the scientific word. What's the scientific word for when the glacier not erodes, but and it's not recedes because that's a hairline. Don't look at mine. But whatever the glacier does that is not good. Mendenhall Glacier is starting to do that, so they're starting to limit the amount of people that can go there. Somebody remind me. Having a brain fart right now. That's like in Juneau, we went to Red Dog Saloon and we enjoyed that. Yes, we went there too as well. And it wasn't until after that we actually found out that you can get a fart passport card and not only get a duck fart, but you can get a crab fart, a moose fart, a bear fart, and a salmon fart. I think there's 5 farts in Alaska, and you can get back there. I have the passport, but we didn't complete it, so I didn't hang it on the wall or anything. I love Devil's Brewing Company. Yes, the popcorn and the root beer were amazing. I totally forgot about that too. I only wanted to really highlight one thing. Otherwise, I would have went deeper into my my camera roll. But yes, the Devil's Brewing Company, they have like a little hop on the outside. They were really good. They are famously known for their popcorn and their root beer, which is non-alcoholic. They make that in-house. So thank you very much, guys, for sharing this too as well. I knew so many of you went to Alaska already. I went to the brewery and had crab legs. Yeah, you know all about the crab legs at Alaska Brewing Company. We did a combo whale watching and Mendenhall Glacier. Oh, there we go. Then we did Tracy shopping in port and a walk by of Red Dog Saloon. You can also get I don't think it's a duck fart shot to go, but there's like a little carved out spot where there's like a little bartender and he's just like serving duck fart shots, and you just take them and then you can walk. So didn't make it to Red Dog. That's okay. You can always go back. Don't you worry. Maddie, love you, Scotty and Bill. I am laid up with strep. Oh no, feel better, buddy. Oh no. Oh, I hate that. Ugh. I have no tonsils anymore, but I used to get that all the time when I was younger. Yeah. Carmen, hello, Carmen. Hello, Controversial Cruising and Bill Warmstrong. Hello, welcome in.
What up, though?
Making sure I don't miss anybody. I don't want to miss anybody. Cruise Nuts is here. Hello, welcome in, Cruise Nuts. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. Yes, a receding glacier. Yeah, it's like it's receding. So, Matthew Jones, thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm gonna give you the new super chat that I forgot about last week. You get it. You like that, Mr. Bill,
like
with the dynamite?
Yes. I like the cruise fund.
Yeah. That was, don't come at me, but that was an AI image. So, and it only took one time for that one. So, See, like Journey's Chet Mix is here. We went to Red Dog Saloon and got some duck farts, as you should. I love me some duck farts. Okay, Bill. So we are gonna get back on the ship. We got another port. We got more ports to go. So we got back on the ship. We've had fun at night. We're gonna wake up, and we're gonna wake up in Skagway, Alaska. Historical Skagway, Alaska. What would you share with the audience? And audience, please chime in. What would you share with the audience about Skagway, Alaska? Whether it's an excursion, anything, a shop, a recommendation, somewhere to eat.
Mine, Skagway. I believe that's where the White Pass uh, train is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that was very interesting, and it kind of took me back to like the old West. I loved it. The only thing I tell people that make sure you bring your passport along because you do the White Pass train ride. It goes to the Canadian border. If you don't have your passport, you have to take the one that just turns around right there. But if you have your passport, it costs a little bit more, but you get to go to the Yukon in Canada, and then come back, and then you can get off for a second if you want to.
So
But
they don't just
I,
throw
I,
you off the train and pick you back up when they
yeah,
cross back over.
no, that would be nice though. I mean, have little places, little shop and eat maybe. I wouldn't mind doing that, but that was what I remember about Skagway mostly.
You do
Uh,
have to sign up for before though, right? And they know who is going past through the border and then who is turning
yes,
around. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, no, it's the one train. It doesn't go. It doesn't continue. It turns around right there. The one train doesn't go all the way through Canada, so you turn around right there. You don't get off. You don't get off. You just turn around and come back.
Yep. Yep. So, I have not gone on the White Pass Rail. I know my aunt went on the White Pass Rail. I know Richard has been on the White Pass Rail. I have not. I've seen it. I've seen it many times. I've seen vlogs of it. I've seen pictures of it, personal pictures of it. But I think the one thing that I'm going to share, and at first, when Richard from No Pants Profits was going to take me here, I was like, okay, sounds kind of dumb, I guess, right? But that was ignorant me, and I will say that on camera, and I'll say that live, right? The Days of '98 show. Okay, this is something that you can walk to. They have, I think, 3 show times. They're very unique. I think they're on the 20s or the 40s of every hour. Of every other hour or something like that. Don't quote me, but I will show you a short clip of the Days of '98 show. It goes into the entire history of Skagway and exactly how they kind of still kept the history, but it's the main story of the gold rush of Skagway. So let me show you this. This is the beginning of the Days of '98 show. So that was at the very beginning there. Well, sort of kind of the beginning. This is more towards the middle, but again, it was only 45 minutes. It went really quick. I thought it would kind of drag on, but I was really interested in once we got like, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes in, I was like, okay, like this is kind of cool.
Skies are cloudy and gray, so make them all go away. What do you say? Each step leads you closer to a paradise made just for you. So down the line and say goodnight. While you're at it, say your prayers.
And there were 2 parts actually in the show where they brought somebody up. I think first, one of them was a female, one of them was a male. That guy was from the crowd. He wasn't part of the cast. I do know that there is definitely not just anybody can perform in these Days of '98 show. They're actually kind of well-tout performers, and also those kind of performers working their way through college. I talked to some of them, and there's only like 3 sets of them, and they kind of rotate in a way like you would at work. They kind of rotate. And they go out there during the season. So I thought the Days of '98 show was phenomenal. I don't know if anybody else has gone to the Days of '98 show, but I was really blown away by the history of Skagway and the presentation itself. I mean, it really was just. I was like, okay, wow. Okay, I take that. Wow. Okay, let's see here. Must do. Scrimshaw Museum. Oh, we're gonna start that. And the White Pass Railroad. Yes, the White Pass Railroad. White Pass Railroad and the Yukon Suspension Bridge. Ooh, yes, I've seen pictures. Hello, Carmen. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm not sure if I said hello, but if I didn't, hello. Sea Like Journey says Yukon Adventure was fantastic. You have to have a passport for it, like you alluded to.
Yeah.
No, actually, I do know how to make a duck foot. I do know how to. Savio is out my way. He's out in California on the Panorama. Scotty J is here. Hello, Scotty J. In Skagway next month, we are taking the steam train into Canada, bringing our passports. Ooh, I can't wait
Yes.
for that vlog. That is the one that and June did. Yes. D&G says we loved how the town is set up. Very old and very west. Yes, very. It takes you back to that old western feeling, like you
It
said.
does.
Love the train, and we did the Skagway Brewing Company. Oh, love the Skagway Brewing Company. If I
Yeah, I
had
did.
to share, like we had more time, I would have definitely shared the Skagway Brewing Company. I think I did on our first Alaska show. And the Spruce Tip Ale, which you wouldn't think is good, but it's pretty good. Have you tried it?
Yeah, I had a flight, and that was one of them, and it
Dude,
was actually pretty good.
it was.
I don't know, was it my favorite? It might have been one of my favorites. But yeah,
Yeah.
Skagway Brewery is a. I don't know if I did it before or after or another trip, but yeah, I walked down there and spent some time down there just talking to the bartender, and it was nice, and the beers were good, and I thought it was a reasonable price.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And a reindeer hot dog. Yes, I had we're not going to talk about what was it? Icy Straight Point, but I had reindeer chili and Icy Straight Point. So I could understand the reindeer hot dog. Tastes just like beef. You could never even know the difference. So definitely hearty, one of those hearty, less fattier meats.
Rudolph, no.
Rudolph, no. We went on the White Pass Rail and enjoyed it. I'm gonna do that next time I go out there. I'm gonna not explore as much. I mean, I guess it's still exploring, but I'm gonna go on that next time I go out there. Yes, we did the White Pass, and it was amazing. Yes, it was. I've seen some of y'all pictures. We have been to the Days of 98 shows. It is a lot of fun. It really is. I'm not sure if you got. There's only like 3 rotating sets of cast. I'm not sure if you actually saw those cast members that I showed up there, but they were phenomenal. They put in a really, really, really good show. We went on the long train ride in Skagway. Yes, you went on the long train ride. Yes, you did. The White Pass Rail is the only excursion I have booked so far. Okay, it's definitely a good one. Believe me, it's a memorable one.
I really enjoyed it, and it takes you up and back like kind of like the same way. So whatever you didn't see, if whatever side of the train you're on, whatever you didn't see going up, you'll see on coming back. So no,
Yep.
they have it down. It's good.
That's right, Soapy Smith. That's right, Soapy Smith. That was the name of the guy, the outlaw. We are doing the White Pass Rail, so Scott, and Klondike Visit and Panning for Gold. Ooh, he's gonna come back rich. I love it. Oh, I love it. The Yukon was the best. So glad to have had the opportunity to experience it. Yes. 110%. Went to Skagway Brewery, and another one. Don't remember the name. Yes, was it the Skagway? I think it was the Skagway Brewing Company, where you can go up if you go out into the back towards the back portico, and then you can go up the stairs and you can see pretty much the cruise ship port, and you can see
Yeah.
any of the cruise ships that are docked there. I've taken a selfie and taken a picture with my beer and things like that. So definitely one of the cool breweries in Skagway. One of the few. I think there's only 2 or 3, maybe 3. Will is here from Together We Travel. Hello, Will. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, Bill. So let's put our old Westing away. Let's put our old Weston. What do they call those? pistols away, and let's go on our way. Unfortunately, we're not getting off the ship in our next port, but it's still a vital part of Alaska. And since I kept saying it in Juneau, we are going to go to Tracy Arm Fjord. Tracy Arm Fjord. Now, the true beauty of Alaska, I believe, lies in the fjords. Okay. I was again, just like the Days of 98 show, I was blown away. I did not think that I would appreciate and enjoy the fjord as much as I did until I was in it. I was like, why are we going down some place that's a dead end when we don't have to go down it and we can just go past and we can go somewhere else? And boy, was I wrong. Boy, it was not just a going in to go back out. It was so much more than that. Bill, I'll let you speak a little bit, and then I'll share the one thing that there is kind of to do there. But what do you have to say about it? Tracy?
It was one of my favorite things also in Alaska. I told you about my 2 excursions. This was included in the fare, and that truly was the beauty of Alaska. And it was so peaceful and quiet, and I mean, it was surreal. I could do that. I could do 2 or 3 days of just doing that. That's how peaceful it is. I think we're getting ready to pull off. I'm starting to hear the horns. But no, that was, yeah. Any trip where you just go through the fjords, get outside and enjoy that moment.
The air in Alaska in the fjord is just so crisp, and like they say, like it heals the insides. It heals the insides. Like you just go outside for 5 minutes and just no phone, put the phone away, and just
phone stays in my hand, but I do put it down and enjoy it.
And it's just like that air. It's not like what I just did here. It is like the crispness in your nose hairs, and like it just revitalizes your insides. It's cool and it's refreshing. And let me tell you, if you get the chance to do the Glacier Express, which is the only excursion that is offered in the Tracy Arm Fjord, it is where the little tiny ship comes, the little tiny boat comes to the ship and takes you closer to the glaciers than you could ever get, because again, for the erosion and the receding, these bigger cruise ships can't get up so close. It looks close when you take your pictures and you get on the, oh wow, but you're actually quite far away. You're further than you think away. You know, in the rear view mirror where it says objects may appear further than, yeah, that's exactly what this is. Okay, it's further than it really appears. Now, this little boat, the Glacier Express, it takes you up closer. You get a little noshes. The salmon dip is phenomenal, but I won't go on about that. You get a Glacierita if you would like. You have to pay for it. It's made with the ice from the glacier. It's a Glacierita, but a margarita. So let me show you that short clip that I have there of the Glacier Express.
You think it's salty?
All right. Okay, we're on, Jim. So we got our Glacieritas now.
Yes.
Do I think it's salty?
I know. I was like,
That man needs more pineapple in his diet. For those of you who don't get that, that is a semen joke. Over there. Hitting the water. Yes, the water right there.
So we were so close to the glacier. We actually got to go to both glaciers. So we got to go to North Sawyer and South Sawyer Glacier, and we got so close to the glaciers on the little tiny boats that the captain of the little tiny boat said during the entire season they have not gotten to go to both sets of glaciers during any embarkation at all for any passengers, and that we were really lucky that we got to get up really close to both. And the crew is great. You know, they do a lot of emceeing, and they tell you about the wildlife that you might see. They tell you about the history of the glaciers. They tell you about the history of the waters that you're in. They do a really fantastic job. So I would say if you are thinking about doing an excursion in Alaska, and this is any excursion, and this is my opinion, if you're thinking about doing any excursion and you're going to Tracy Arm Fjord, take your $250 and do the Glacier Express. Now,
That's the one excursion I would love to do.
it is well worth it. It is well worth it. I will take that with me forever. That was, and you saw my aunt was there. My aunt was there. Richard was there. Bill was there. My other friend Bill, and then myself. And it was so cool. We saw bears. We saw sea lions or seals. We saw seals. We saw eagles. Oh man, it was so great. I'm just thinking about it right now. Klondike Brewing Company. Yes, that was the other one in Skagway. Klondike is the one with the, not Skagway. Klondike is the one with the back portico. And thank you very much. I have brain farts with these. Feel better, Matty Jones. Feel better, buddy. We missed our Glacier Day because of the fog. Yes, and had to turn around because of the, I mean, hey, if that is a big deal, because if they accidentally get too close to the glacier, that could cause some real damage. We are going on the Glacier Express at Tracy Arm Fjord. Yes, you're going to be so happy that you did.
Yes.
Fill up on that crab dip and definitely get 2 of those glacier margaritas, glacieritas. Our excursion in the fjords was so wonderful. Bears, seals, and eagles. Thank you. Yes, bears, seals, and eagles. It was beautiful. Aunt June, I will remember that forever. Currently booked to go next summer. Will be the first time in Alaska. Oh, there you go.
Great.
My good friend Ryan, who was my other cruise mate on the World America. Smart guy, as you guys learned from the last vlog. Very smart guy, super smart. You want a friend like Ryan? I'm telling you, smart guy. Brady says, Scott, our trip to Alaska still ranks as my #1 cruise ever. People we met and things we did, it was amazing. Yes, it really was. It so was. Crafting in the Night is here. Hello, Crafting in the Night. Welcome in. Sorry if I missed you before. I'm just here for the fry bread. Oh, love the fry bread. I love fry bread too. You know, hey. Oh, look at this. Greg is here. Hey, Bill and Scott just left. The kiddos just left. We definitely need to watch the replay. No problem. Greg is definitely one of those that is sailing to Alaska soon. Scott with Rambling from the Brums is another one. And then CCA is going to as well. Carnival Cruise Addicts. Not like next month or anything, but they are definitely going. So did you see any calvings when you were there? Cal.
Where the ice falls off the glaciers.
I did it. I heard it. But I turned around and I didn't get it on camera, but I heard yes, I did. And it was a really loud one. And as soon as it happened, they got on the microphone and they told us that that's what had happened, and it wasn't anything with the boat that we were on, because it was loud. It was like a snap, and I was like, "What was that?" And then you just see the thing, piece of the glacier slide off into the water, and it looks small, the piece that snaps off, but it is not small whatsoever. We didn't do Tracy Arm due to ice. Yep. Crossing fingers. I'm crossing fingers for you with no fog, so you can see both glaciers. Apparently it's really rare to see both glaciers. Awesome video. Yes, awesome video. Thank you very much. I wanted to see the bears, but we haven't on another trip. We haven't on either trip, so that's cool. Yeah, the bears were super cool. We even got to see a little pack of baby bears too. Little baby bears. There's CCA. Hello, CCA. We booked Glacier Express based on your recommendations, and we have the train also. Whoop, whoop. Those Good. I think are going to be the 2 best. You guys are going to love those. Hey, I was not on the World America with you, Scott. Stop fibbing. 12 days until Alaska. There we go. First time, Will. Oh, well, you are in the right place. You are definitely in the right place. Hope you go back and watch the replay and hopefully take some of the recommendations. We went to Glacier Bay on our cruise and saw 7 glaciers. Oh my Lord. And a ton of wildlife close up. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And
Bring
yes,
your
we
binoculars, people.
got recommendations also that Glacier Express. I'm sorry, Bill. What did you say?
Bring your binoculars.
Oh yes. Even the travel type will still do. Believe me.
Yeah.
My pair of binoculars was only $15, and it even made some of my vlog in Alaska. It was so good. I have a little thing where you can put it on your iPhone and place it on your iPhone to like magnify it, and it was, I thought it was pretty good. Good enough. Randy is here. Hello, Randy. Welcome in. And thank you very much. Greg says he also booked them off of my recommendation. Well, you guys are going to have an awesome time. We saw about 15 calving events. Oh my Lord. That is
Wow.
a lot. Yeah, but right, we heard it and we didn't see it until it crashed. We turned around. I think we were talking. We always have cruise warm. This is our first cold cruise. I hear it should be pretty nice in July. It is still pretty nice, but you definitely still have to dress like an onion so you can, peel those layers off, in a few coats. So once you get hot, you're not stuck.
I mean, literally, this
cold.
summer, it's been in the 80s a lot. So yeah, you don't know what you're going to get. It could be 80, could be 35, 32,
Right.
40, whatever.
You really don't. We went early to see the Bears. Next time we're going late June in July when the salmon are running. Yes, and that's the two different things, right? When you go early on in the season, right, you get to see a lot of the wildlife, particularly the bears and eagles and things like that. And then when you go late, you can see obviously more of the salmon running and less of more of the wildlife. You still have a chance to see it, but it's less of a chance. And the whales are definitely more prominent in the earlier the season too as well. We went in mid-August and the coldest day was about 45 and average was 75. Yeah, still some really nice weather. Even though it's Alaska, you still get some really nice weather. All right, let's go to our last Alaskan port. We might even leave off or just mention the very, very last port that's not Alaskan, but our very last Alaskan port is going to be Ketchikan. Bill, what would you have to say about the rainiest state? And that is true. That is a fact. They get the most rain per capita in Alaska, Ketchikan. What would you say about the port of Ketchikan?
I really enjoy it. I don't think I've ever done an excursion there. I just walked around, talking to people, seeing the salmon run if I was there at the time, and just sightseeing, stopping to get something to eat, and getting some beers. And I really enjoyed it. It was for me. It was really relaxing.
Did you say Creek Street and the Salmon Walk?
Go walking down that way was. I mean, you really don't have to spend much money in Ketchikan to really enjoy yourself. Well, for me, to really enjoy yourself, and that's one of the ports that I don't think I've ever took an excursion at. That I just love walking around town.
Let's show them a little bit of Creek Street. This is Creek Street. Creek Street turns into the Salmon Walk. So if you hear the Salmon Walk in Creek Street, it's pretty much the same thing. But this, I'm going to take you through the front of Creek Street and then the back of the Salmon Walk, which is basically the beginning and the end. Okay. All right. Coming into the ever so famous Creek Street again. I'm going to go see my friend Ken down at the Salmon Ladder. But yeah, see, well, that's new. Got some new shops here since the last time I was here last year. Love Creek Street. So cool. So much history down here. Doll's House, both. Where both men and women came upstream to spawn. Now, almost the end of the Salmon Walk and see no salmon. But there's the Salmon Ladder. I think it's closed, so we might have to come back when it's open because I definitely got to see my friend Ken. Hey, if you guys remember, I was down there waving up with a bunch of salmon. I almost fell in the creek. But yeah, no salmon this time. Sorry. So that was the front of Creek Street, which turns into the Salmon Walk, and then that was the end of the Salmon Walk there. My good buddy Ken has that little shop there, the Salmon Ladder. He's got a lot of jade, a lot of handmade Alaskan gifts. So if you end up at Ketchikan and you go all the way down and all the way through Salmon Walk, definitely go and see Ken. He even let me in his backyard too once he figured out, and I told him about my whole YouTube channel. He let me go into the back and actually go onto those rocks. And I was filming everybody up there, but I was also filming the salmon too, because the first time, I think that was the first time that I went, the salmon was running. The second time they were not running. So that was Creek Street. The one thing that I think I would say, because Bill, I definitely agree with you. This is definitely one of those ports to go and explore. Definitely one of those ports where you don't need to spend a lot of money. Definitely a really good port for souvenirs. But wildly enough, Bill, this is one of the best ports for the best Alaskan pizza. That's right. Not crab legs, not seafood, not any of that. It is the best pizza in Alaska, and it is from Fat Stan's in Ketchikan, right here.
Was that Ketchikan?
Lord, you can stand on this rather long line at Alaska's Fish House, or we can go into the best pizza place in Alaska, Fat Stan's. So let's go in. I think Richard's already in here. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Where is he? Where is he? Let's look for the fat guy with the captain's hat. Oh, there he is. Perfect. Perfect.
So we got our 3 piggy eggs to bring one of these back to the ship all the time because it's got pineapple on it.
3 piggies. 1, 2, 3.
Pineapple does belong on pizza.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It does belong on pizza.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes, it does.
Yes, Scott says pineapple belongs on pizza.
You guys can come after me if you want to, but pineapple definitely belongs on pizza. Whether you decide to get that 3 piggies there and put pineapple on it, or you just decide to get one of their regular pies or regular specialty pies, Fat Stan's, please, please don't miss it. Don't.
Fat Stan's had good pizza, and pineapple. Yeah, they belong on pizza. But yeah, that it was really. And I took your recommendation actually when I went there, and that's where I had lunch and had some drinks. Had duck fart. The funny thing was, it was like you paid for your drinks in one location, but then you paid for the pizza at another location. So I mean, it's kind of weird the way it was set up. But
it's a pizzeria. It's a literal pizzeria. That is the way. Like they.
Yeah, but with a bar on the side.
With
because you can't pay for you pay for the pizza over here. I want a duck fart or whatever, and guess what? You got to go over here and pay for that.
Yeah,
but it's not. I mean, it's in the same little area. It wasn't far, but no, it stands. If you want to try some pizza, I'm not a big seafood eater, so it was right up my alley, and I enjoyed it.
Phenomenal, and all their pizzas are pretty. That one was only like $16 for that whole entire pizza, so it was good enough for I think just me and Richard had that. I think Bill got his own pizza because he was just being stubborn, but me and Richard shared that, and it was fine. We got 4 slices each or 3 slices each. It was so good. The only form of wildlife I wanted to see was a moose, but I didn't see. Yeah, we didn't see a moose. You're right. Yeah, I didn't have any rain to catch a can either, so that was I really lucked out. I really did. Eddie is here. Yo, welcome in. I want to eat some fresh salmon. Looking forward to that the most. There is a lot of salmon there. Don't you worry about that. Yes. You will eat a lot of it. Raw, cooked, any way you want it, they will make it for you. On a skewer, dangling, and you can just eat it. They got so much salmon up there, Will, that they do not even know what to do with it, believe me. Totem Bright Park. Yes, this is another thing you can do in Ketchikan. Totem Bright Park and Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show. Lumberjack Show is definitely something that is definitely out there, wildly available. You can go. I think it's a hoot. I haven't personally gone. I've seen pictures. I've seen videos. I've seen vlogs. It is definitely a fun time, but not really up my alley. So, but I didn't have time for Creek Street, said it, Michelle, and that's why we can always go back. Will says that looks good. It really was. Blasphemy, pineapple on pizza, upside down. No, Billy. No to pineapple. No. Chris says no, pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. The only fruit that belongs is tomatoes. Yes, tomatoes are fruit. They are. Love pineapple on my pizza. 100%, 110%. Okay, cool. Now that I have shared the wonderful pizza, please don't miss Fat Stan's if you go to Ketchikan. Victoria, Victoria, I think is Victoria, British Columbia. I don't think we're really going to touch on. Uh, it's
You're
not
not missing
really
anything.
there. It's not really there for the cruise. It's there for that Passenger Vessel Act of 1976 or whatever it is, where you have to touch a foreign port or touch a foreign port in order to come back. And yes, Alaska is still in the United States, so you have to go to British Columbia in order to touch. Some of you might have had really good experiences in Victoria. You might have taken the bus or a taxi downtown. You might have gone to the 1 or 2 or 3 bars that are down there. Totally cool. But for the sake of time and for the sake of it not really being in Alaska and me telling you the real reason why they go to Victoria, we're just going to skip Victoria. We're going to skip Victoria. So basically,
You're not missing anything.
you're not missing anything. And there is one gift shop out there that if you really don't want to go into Victoria, you can go in, you can buy your $10.99 magnet because you know they're gouging you, and you can get right back on the ship. Oh, guess what? We did that. Uncle Brady, how much was that magnet? Yeah, that's right. Just letting you know. So we're going to get back on the ship. And unfortunately, our 7-day cruise has come to an end in just an hour. And we're arrived back in Seattle. So our 7-day Alaska Inside Passage cruise. I hope we have shared at least some useful information for you guys to go out on your Alaska cruises. Bill, I know I can't wait to go on Alaska cruise. I think I might try to squeeze one in next year. I won't be able to get on one this year, but I believe maybe next year I might be able to get on one.
It might be a while before I go back to Alaska. I've been like 3 times, probably in the last 3 years or so.
Yeah,
So it
me
might
too.
be a while. But I always tell people Alaska is one of those cruises that um, you need to do one time. I'm a warm weather person. I like warm weather. I'm complaining about the 70-degree weather here. Uh, but Alaska, it was worth it, and it really wasn't that cold. There were days I had a t-shirt on,
Yeah.
so it wasn't bad. And that's probably like towards the end of May, middle of May, or somewhere around there. And I enjoyed myself, and everybody should go at least once.
They definitely should. They definitely should. Barry has come in. Hello, Barry. Welcome. Happy to see you, buddy. Yeah, that glacier has melted down over there, and they may have flooding. Praying for them. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
praying for them. And it's. I'm lucky that I got to see it when I did. For sure. We have never been to Alaska. It will probably be a while before we go. We like warm weather trips as well. Thank you for sharing the info. Thank you very much, TCT, for being here. And my aunt says I would go back in a heartbeat. I would too. So, Bill, I'm not going to steal any more time from you. I'm not going to steal any more time from the people. I do appreciate everybody for coming on in to another edition of Cruise Talk Live. Anybody on my side, I am going to go on over to my good friends Derek and Gregory, DNG Explorers, watch them for a little bit and hang out. So please give them a little Cruise Talk Live raid or whatever raid you want to give them. Just let them know that we sent you over there. And Bill, have a great cruise, buddy. Have a
It
great.
comes to an end tomorrow. We're going to be in Ensenada tomorrow for the final day. So hey, look, I think TJ's that station. He's always talking about a tequila tasting. So I may try to do that. But
Ooh, I love it.
I wish it was a little bit warmer at night here. People, I tell you, I always get a well, I don't always get a balcony. I don't get a balcony, but I got a
Gotta get
balcony for this. I got a balcony, and I've spent like a half an hour out on that balcony. I can't go out there at night because it's too cold, and then in the daytime I'm just always doing stuff. So, anywho, what do
Anywho,
you have, Scott? What do you have, Scott?
mail time. I got this. I won this on PK Adventures Travels. I snuck in. I do have to admit that. I'm sorry, but they were talking about Celebration Key, and I know some people are going to come to my house and jump me for this. But we got the Celebration Key Cola. I got a Celebration Key hat, Celebration Key cup. Hopefully, Ryan and Mel definitely drank out of that, so I got a little Ryan and Mel kissy kiss. I got some PK Adventures Travels koozies. I got some lanyards, a sticker. Actually, another sticker. I see it down there. A celebration key. What is that? Coaster. Thank you very much. I had a brain fart. And a wonderful note. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Oh my God, so much stuff. So much stuff. Love it. Love it. It's gonna go back up here, so keep an eye for it.
Somewhere.
And then Captain Chris, Ohio Travels with Chris, sent me, I believe, some of her stickers too as well. Yep. An Ohio Travels with Chris sticker. So thank you very much, Ryan and Mel from PK Adventures Travels, and thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate you guys. And Bill, are you bantering tomorrow or not bantering?
No, I'm not. It's a travel day for me, so no, I won't be.
Travel day. So join me on Thirsty Thursday tomorrow with Denise for National Creamsicle Day. And Bill, what do we always say?
Always make sure you stay strong and embrace the journey.
That's right. We will see you guys later and give D&G a little cruise talk my break. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.